look at this. Wow, this is actually very cool. Hello everybody, and welcome to a film and digital photography vlog from the Dolomites. I'm currently gliding in one of the many valleys of South Tyrol. You may see up above my shoulder, those are some of the best peaks in the Dolomites. We are in Val di Funes, or Funes if you speak German, and I'm currently riding my OneWheel XR to get to the spot. So what we're trying to do today is shoot some sunset, both with film and digital, and we're gonna see what we can find. It's surprisingly warm. It's the 2nd of January here, and there is so little snow. Just look at that. And it's also pretty warm. I mean, it's way above zero, and yeah, I'm not used to this. I love when it's very, very snowy. Anyway, we move up and see what we can find. So what I have here is the A7IV with active stabilization on. I'm just hand holding it really, and I have to say it's quite good. I mean, you don't want to bring a Ronin S or some other gimbal when you're doing these things, but this works perfectly fine. It's very good. So we're moving up that hill, and from there we're gonna have a very nice view over the mountains. Now, just look at that view. The weather is probably not perfect. There are lots of clouds, but I hope that we're gonna have a break in the horizon back there, and so that some orange light can actually come through and illuminate all the cloud cover behind the mountains. I've been there many times really. It's a very famous location. I've been here also for my photography course, which I did some time ago, and this is basically the most famous point of view to get a shot of those mountains. We're gonna load some film, set some tripods, see what we can find. It's a very nice light actually, there's a lot of it. So first of all, we're setting up the A7IV on a tripod just to be able to move more freely. We have this camera here, the A7IV, and then we got also the GoPro here. It's looking pretty good, I have to say. As you can see, there's a lot of light coming in from the right hand side, and I hope that all the sky back there is gonna catch some orange light. We need to wait and see what happens. Gonna load some film now. My Yashica Fx3 Super with me today. It's a film camera that my dad gave me. It's pretty cool. It took many photos even before I was born, which is very cool. I have a few photos of myself as a child with this camera, and that's pretty fun. So I'm gonna load some Fuji C200 film, this one here, and should give some pretty nice colors for the sunset, if we have any sunset. So let's just load the film and set up the other tripod and prepare for the light. Let's load some film. C200. Can't even properly remember. It's done. couple of goes. There we go. This should be the first of the film. There's a tiny plus and minus sign in there for the exposure. So when you shoot, you half press the shutter and then you get this plus or minus, and you can act accordingly. Right now it's pretty okay, I got to say, with f11 125th of a second. So we're just gonna take this shot. There we go. Go to the second shot. I'm gonna change the composition a little. I want all the peaks inside and the church in the lower right third. There we go. Now I'm switching from videos to photos, but before of that I'm just gonna take away the active steady shot and the picture profile. Number 11 is a cinetone, so I don't have to work that much in post to get a very nice and crisp color. So now we are in photography mode, and we're gonna use a very long shutter. I'm at 35mm. I am going to focus on the church. 2 seconds timer. There we go. I'm gonna take another film photo of basically the whole valley with these amazing clouds here. I hope the colors will get punched out of this Fuji film. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for this light situation, but still gonna see how it turns out. I'm at f11 once again, but we are overexposing the sky, so we're gonna go f16 all the way. Might go for a vertical composition right now. I know you're looking at my feet, sorry about that, but kind of want some of this snow in the foreground, like this. This looks very good, and we're gonna use the snow as a leading line through our image. There we go. So I'm gonna take the other tripod and mount the film camera on it. There's a very nice light on the church right now, so maybe we can do some film photography with the longer lens. I got this tiny Manfrotto. I have no idea what's the name. I might write it on top of the video or something. But yeah, I got this other Manfrotto tripod. It's not as sturdy as the B3 Advanced that I'm using with the Sony, but it's okay. I mean, it does the job. It's pretty lightweight, and I used this with my APS-C Sony when I started out. Always served me well. Pretty okay. And look at the light right now. The light is coming in strong. Very nice. Let's see if you can see that. Look at that. So I'm gonna basically go on the church and see how it goes. We're changing the lens. Lens cap. It's always in my pocket. It's very bad for me. So just take away the 50mm and we put the long lens on this. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So this can go back here, lens cap, left pocket, and now we just chuck this big boy on the tripod and we're ready to go. So take a look at this. That's pretty good. We just need a tiny bit more of light, so we're gonna wait for the light to come and then we're gonna shoot the church. So we do have a little bit of this soft light coming from the right hand side on the church, which is very good. So we're gonna try to squeeze an image out of this. It's not very level. No, it should be. And since I don't have a cable release, I'm just gonna go with this very vintage self timer of the camera. So the film is loaded. Okay, check the composition again. There we go. I switched the tripod to a vertical composition right now because the sky has really cleared up, and I'm hoping so much that we can get some light. But right now it looks great on camera. It really looks great. So I'm on F16 again, 1/60th of a second. I'm gonna use the self timer, load the film, and shoot again. So while we wait for the light to come, I think I will talk a little bit about why I'm shooting film in the first place. As you have noticed, I'm a digital photographer, and more of that, I'm born with digital, or as a digital photographer, because my first, let's say, professional camera was actually a Sony A7R2, which I still own and use a lot. And even though I did take some photos on this very same film camera here, I didn't really dive deep into film photography until this year. And it's kind of something that has come out of YouTube a lot as well, and I have to say I got pretty much inspired by that as well. And socials are not the best place to look for film photography stuff, just because of, you know, the aspect ratio and the resolution and stuff. But I kind of started to shoot film a lot these days, and I took this camera out with me a lot. I have also my Rollei 35S with me a lot of the times, and it's just a different like approach to photography. Really, it's something that really pushes you in terms of composition, in terms of light, in terms of giving a story background around your photo. What you do compose with your eye and your brain on film, it really feels different. It does. And also waiting for the film to come back, I don't know, it's very cool. I like that a lot, and I'm thinking about doing a section on my website with all my film photos. And of course I've started another Instagram. Like, my main Instagram is this one, and I've done a film Instagram, which is right there as well. And I'm gonna post everything here, even though it's not vertical. I mean, if it's not perfect, it's just gonna be a roll of film that never finishes, and where I'm gonna put all my film stuff. How do I look like this? Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I wore my hat on my gloves, and we're just waiting for the light. Direct light right now, but of course it's not hitting the mountains, it's hitting this side of the valley. This house here is fairly typical. I'm trying to frame it without the other house, so just the barn and the leading line of the wooden thing. I'm gonna go, I think f11. So switch to f8, 1/60th of a second, and we load the film, double check everything, and go. Boom. There's this huge banks of clouds to the west that actually acts as a softbox for the light, so we get this very nice even light on the landscape. I've put the 50mm on once again because it's just the perfect focal length for this scene. You get the right amount of mountains, the church in the foreground. So I'm just gonna load the film once again. Gonna f16 and see to get another shot. I need to go a little bit slow. So I'm gonna put the timer. There we go. The light is amazing now. We're taking though another exposure, 1/60th of a second. Load the film again. Timer. Where's it going? There we go. And I'm also gonna shoot vertical. A little underexposed. We go 1/30th of a second. Yeah. There we go. That's beautiful. The hood is up. It's pretty cold. As you can see, there is some pink hue up there. Not that much, but I'm gonna switch the lens again. I'm gonna put the telephoto on. We're gonna try to snipe some composition in those where's that? Those amazing towers. Cold fingers. Probably vertical composition is better. 1/15th of a second, focusing on the couloir. We're now gonna do the same thing, but focusing directly on the clouds on the west side, which are pink, incredibly pink. And I do not have a telephoto lens today for this camera because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take the wide shot and just film myself. But yeah, turns out that at least I have it on my film camera, so we're gonna try to take some photos with that. Oh my god. Because that is absolutely amazing. So to switch back to photos, I just have to take picture profile off. There we go. I think I can go kind of here. Maybe get my tripod. Oh my god. Maybe get my tripod nice and low, like this. It's just lovely, lovely colors. I'm gonna focus on the ridge, and I don't know if you can see, but wow, this is so good. I'm gonna go f16, ISO 100, and then we're gonna take a nice long exposure at f11 or even f16. Yeah, 8 seconds. There we go. Wow. And I'm going again, and it's just amazing here. I should probably drop the tripod a little bit to the side again. That is amazing. So I'm stepping back because I actually want to take one last film photo to this beauty. I'll be right back. Running between these two cameras because it's too good. I'm shooting vertically because I can have this nice foreground here with the snow and everything. I'm back to shoot the telephoto, and now I'm gonna shoot another shot with the film. I'm at f16 1/8 of a second, but look at this. Wow, this is actually very cool. Coming back here with the A7IV, and I'm gonna try to make one last attempt at the #1 composition, even though there is not so much cloud coverage as there is in that direction. There is still a little bit of it. Very nice pink color. Gonna still have the ND filter on and compose like this. Gonna focus on the mountain ridge. There we go. And 2 seconds timer and 13 seconds exposure. Let's go. Wow. Look at that. So, it's time to go. It's pretty dark right now. I don't know if you can tell, but the light is gone and we're gonna go down. It's actually pretty cool that this thing has got lights. Look at that. Let's ride down. Woo, and go home to a nice warm shower. So I hope you found this video interesting. I know it's probably the first time you see my face if you don't know me and you don't follow my social media. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something and it was at least entertaining. And of course, if you wanna keep up with me and my adventures, you can follow my social media, my Instagram at michelefonciotaphoto, and my film account at analogmiki. So I'm gonna ride down the hill, get to the car, enjoy a nice floaty ride on the OneWheel, and I will see you in the next video.